When we come back, Hoda putting protective face shields on the fast track for frontline healthcare workers.
Welcome back. Necessity is the mother of invention, and there's been no greater necessity lately than to provide frontline healthcare workers with protective gear they need.
And who knows invention better than the folks at MIT, where a team of engineers and doctors are getting badly needed face shields to some of the busiest hospitals in the country. Cynthia McFadden has that story.
At this busy factory outside Boston, they're stamping out a solution to at least part of America's PPE shortage.
Somewhere between 8,000 and 10,000 masks per hour. That's going to be a big help for everybody.
A simple design dreamed up by some of the greatest minds in America.
Simple always wins the day. People needed them now.
With the country's healthcare workers crying out for more face masks and protective gear, MIT professor Marty Culpepper sprung into action.
You're sort of the king of makers up there, I understand.
My modest title is Makers Are. It's kind of a joke. I don't really have all that much power.
We'll let you decide after we show you what Culpepper and 100 of his MIT colleagues pulled off in just a few days.
We figured if we could build face shields, build enough of them fast enough, it'd be like a double whammy. So we had a brainstorming session.
It happened over their weekly Zoom meetings.
So give me the timeline of this, Professor.
The days are blurring together. I mean,
I know what you mean.
we went from a sketch on paper to basically the first prototypes in a couple of hours. I'm in my basement. This is actually where we cut the very first prototype. My daughter, she was kind enough to model the very first version, and it worked perfectly. It's fabricated flat. And the reason for that is we can make things flat very quickly and very low cost. And then after you fold it up, it turns into this.
It's really useful that they can be shipped flat.
That's important. You can deliver 1,000 of these in a Prius easily.
They're already making 700,000 shields every 7 days. It's the kind of ingenuity that MIT is known for. Founded just 2 days before the start of the Civil War, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology has long been on the front lines of solving America's problems.
America's synthetic rubber problem nears a solution.
During World War II, they helped solve the rubber shortage as they secretly worked to make huge advances in radar. After the war, they did pioneering work with robots and helped the U.S. reach new heights in the space race.
This is really what we were meant to do.
Dr. Elazar Edelman is the director of MIT's Institute for Medical Engineering and Science. He's also taking care of COVID-19 patients.
This particular image shows it in its up position. When I go in the room, I'll move it down.
He was instrumental in getting many healthcare workers to test the shield out.
They said, look, it's great if you build a face shield that covers in the front, but we may need to turn to the side, and if somebody coughs, that's going to be a problem. So we went through 28 revisions over the course of a week to 10 days.
Is American thinking, is American ingenuity up to the task at hand?
I don't think that we have lost our edge. People still come here from all over the world to learn. If anything, the difference between what happened in 1918 and what happened in 2020 is that the global pandemic has had a global response because of technologies that we have invented and people we have educated.
All right. Do you have something else in mind?
We've got a couple things in the pipeline.
You're not going to stop.
Oh, no. No, this is a long fight.
MIT and the manufacturer have already given 100,000 of the face shields to Massachusetts healthcare workers. They're going to sell them for just about what it costs to make them, $2.79 a piece, all over the country to hospitals and other healthcare workers. They expect to produce 3 million a day very soon. It's just remarkable.